Hello crafty friends, it's Jess from JessCrafts.com, and today I have a video to share as part of the Papercrafters Unite Against Racism video hop. The theme of the hop is anti-racism, unity, friendship, and supporting crafters of color. So at the beginning of the hop, were a lot of videos from crafters of color, and now you're in the supporters section. If you follow the link in the video description, it'll give you more details. Justine Hovey is the one who set all of this up, and so I'll link to her for you to get all the details, but I hope you find some people to inspire you throughout this hop, the blog hop, the Instagram hop, etc. I am coloring a stamp set from the Cutting Cafe. It's no longer available as a clear stamp set, but it is a digital stamp set. I'm using E2725 and 23 for the skin tone today, and I'm using the W markers, W9, 7, and 5, I believe, for the hair. I really liked this stamp set because it featured authentic hair for people of color. Specifically, these little black girls have natural hair, and that's not very common in stamp sets, but and you can modify stamp sets. Sandy Allnock has shared a lot of videos. I think she might be involved with the Instagram hop. Pocono Pam does a lot of cool things with it as well, but I just like the idea that you don't have to alter the stamp set. It's just available this way. In order to color the hair, I found it helpful to use my lightest, which was a W5, and do an all-over coat, and then go back and add the details because I wanted to pause to let it dry because I don't want it to look too blended. I want the texture of the hair to show through. And I achieved some of that texture with some light tapping and following the lines in the stamp. And again, that's what's nice about having the natural hair in the stamp set, is that if you don't have as much experience coloring that type of hair, you are going to be able to kind of follow those cues. And so I have for many years colored my human characters with many different skin colors and of different races because I donate a lot of my cards, and I think it's important for children to see themselves in the things the things they're exposed to, like books. When I had a classroom, there was always books that reflected not only different races but different abilities, different religions, and things like that. So I just kind of take the same approach with my coloring and crafting. And so here, to kind of keep going with the card, I am going to take these alphabets from Hello Bluebird. It's the Oliver alphabet set, and I cut the word hugs in order to make it easier and faster, because I did layer up. I didn't just cut like one of each letter. I cut 3 of each letter and glued them together so they were like nice and substantial and a really like embellishment on the card. I did tape the HUGS together and put it on one piece of tape so that I could move it and it would be more like a single die and save me some time. I'm also going to stamp with the Simon Says Stamp You Matter Cling background stamp, and I just think it has a lot of positive messages. It says things like, you matter, you just do, you mean the world to me, you make the world a better place, you are loved, you are special, you shine. So just lots of positive messages. And since my cards go to children in difficult circumstances, in terms of like donate to organizations like Cards for Hospitalized Kids, I just want them to stay really positive and encouraging. So I thought this background stamp is a great way to just add that in the background, a lot of encouraging sentiments. So I'm going to ink it up with a really light color of ink. In this case, I think it's like a desert sand, light brown mementoed ink. I also wound up using a light gray for some of the cards. I actually made 3 cards, but I'm trying to keep the video really short because it is a video hop and I do want you to be able to see a variety of people. But the tip I would share here from a card making perspective is, and I know that Kathy Zilski's been sharing this tip a lot too, is to put your cling stamp in the MISTI and then tape your paper to the door. Also, something I've always been doing, and I usually use like my sleeves if it's the wintertime and I'm wearing long sleeves, I usually use my sleeve to help press down on my MISTI. But if you don't have your the long sleeves, just grab a cloth. So I have the cleaning cloth that I use in my room, and I just use that to help push down on the MISTI. I find it a little bit easier than trying to run my hand against the plastic surface. So I wanted to create a spotlight on the little girls here because they are the main focal point of my card. So I'm taking this clear scraps stencil. There's a lot of people who make like similar starbursty type stencils. In terms of how I picked the colors, each little girl had 2 colors in her outfit. So this little girl has purple and turquoise. And basically I decided that I would use one color for the letters and then the other color for the background. So when I cut those letters, they were cut out of white. And as you saw earlier in the video, I colored them in with my Copic markers. So whatever Copic marker I used for her dress is the one that I also used for the coloring in of the sentiment. And then I just picked a ink color that was pretty close to do this inking in the background, and it will really bring the focus to the beautiful little girls from this stamp set. Place her in the center, and then I will glue the hugs along the bottom, and that's it for my cards today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you think you'd be interested in more crafting tutorials from me, please subscribe to my channel. I will leave you links to the products I used in the video description below, as well as to the information that you will need and the next person on the hop. So thank you so much and enjoy the hop. Bye.